ميسور.
O Allah, benefit me with what you taught me, and teach me what will benefit me, and provide me with beneficial knowledge. Ameen. In today's lesson, we're going to be looking at number 1, an introduction to verbs, specifically past tense verbs, and number 2, how to use a modern Arabic to English dictionary. In lesson 1, we learned that there are 2 types of sentences in Arabic. Number 1, جملة اسمية, a nominal sentence, and number 2, جملة فعلية, a verbal sentence. We have already covered some of the rules pertaining to a nominal sentence in lesson number 2, so in this video, we're going to take a brief look at some examples of جملة فعلية, a verbal sentence. ما هو الفعل الماضي? What is the past tense verb? The past tense verb signifies an action that was done in the past. In Arabic, we refer to a verb as فعل. For example, the basic past tense verb will look like this. Number 1, ذهب, which means he went. Number 2, خرج, which means he left. And number 3, فهم, which means he understood. The vast majority of Arabic verbs contain 3 root letters, as can be seen in the example above. In most cases, each root letter will have a fatha above it, as can be seen in this example and this example. However, sometimes the middle letter may have a kasra, as can be seen in this example. And very rarely, the middle letter can have a dhamma. It's important to note the root of a verb in Arabic coincides with the singular, masculine, third person, and the action of the verb in the past. For example, shariba means he drank. Jalasa means he sat. And kataba means he wrote. As you can see, when we translate the meaning of these verbs from Arabic to English, the English coincides with the singular, masculine, third person, and the verb in the past. It's important to note that knowing the root of a verb is particularly important when searching for the meaning of that word in an Arabic dictionary. Inshallah, later on in this video, we'll take a look at how to use a modern Arabic to English dictionary. Although the verbs above have been translated using the pronoun he, there is no need to say huwa shariba, or huwa jalasa, or huwa kataba. This is because the domir, the pronoun he, is hidden inside the verb. For example, Aina Ibrahim, which means where is Ibrahim? We can say kharaja, which means he left. There is no need to say huwa kharaja. Likewise, we can say Aina Salih, where is Salih? ذهب إلى المسجد, he went to the mosque. In this example, we can clearly see that when the root of a verb is used, which we said coincides with the singular, masculine, third person, there is no need to put huwa at the beginning of the sentence. This is because the pronoun huwa is already hidden inside the verb. However, if the fi'l, the verb, is followed by an ism, a noun, as the subject, the pronoun he is dropped in translation. For example, ذهب خالد إلى المدرسة, which means Khalid went to the school. In the above example, the ism, the noun, Khalid, is the subject of the verbal sentence. In Arabic, we refer to the subject or the doer of the action as the fa'il. The fa'il, the subject, is the one that went. So in the English translation, we drop the pronoun he. It's important to note that the fa'il, the subject or the doer of the action, will always be marfu', ending in a dhamma. It would be incorrect to translate the following sentence as he went Khalid to the school. And the reason for this, as we've previously mentioned, is the ism Khalid came as the subject of the verbal sentence. Here are some more examples of verbs and their uses in verbal sentences. شرب زيد الماء. Zaid drank the water. In this example, the fi'l, the verb shariba, means he drank. But when we insert the verb shariba into this sentence, we delete the pronoun he in translation. The word Zaid is marfu', ending in the dhamma. He is the subject, the fa'il. Likewise, جلس الطالب على الكرسي, which means the student sat on the chair. In this example, the verb jalasa by itself means he sat. But when we translate it in this sentence, we delete the pronoun he in the translation because the ism, the noun, at-talibu, has come as the subject. And the sign of it being the subject is the dhamma at the end of the word. The word at-talibu is known as marfu'. The talib is the one that did the action. It would be incorrect to translate this sentence as he sat the student on the chair. And finally, كتب حامد هذه الرسالة, which means Hamid wrote this letter. In this example, the verb kataba by itself means he wrote. But when we translate the verb kataba in this sentence, we delete the pronoun he in the translation. This is because the ism, the noun, Hamid, has come as the subject, the fa'il, and the sign of it being the subject is the dhammatain at the end of the word. And as we mentioned before, the subject of a verbal sentence is always marfu', ending in a dhamma. Let's take a look at the following sentence. خرج المدرس من الفصل وذهب إلى المدير. Once again, خرج المدرس من الفصل وذهب إلى المدير, which means the teacher left from the classroom and he went to the headmaster. Now, the verb خرج by itself means he left or he exited. However, because the word al-mudarrisu, which means the teacher, has come as the fa'il, the subject of the verb, the word he is deleted in the translation. خرج المدرس من الفصل means the teacher left from the classroom. The teacher in this example is the subject, the fa'il, the one that carried out the action of the verb. Now when we look at the second part of the sentence, وَذَهَبَ إِلَى الْمُدِيرِ, the verb ذهب means he went. The pronoun he, as we've previously mentioned, is hidden inside the verb. In this example, the action that was done was carried out by the teacher, who has already been mentioned. So there's no need to mention al-mudarrisu, the teacher, again after the verb ذهب. So it would be incorrect to say خرج المدرس من الفصل وذهب المدرس إلى المدير. In conclusion, a basic verbal sentence is comprised of two main components: a fi'l, a verb, and a fa'il, a subject. Just like a nominal sentence is made up of two parts, a mubtada and a khabar. For more information about nominal sentences, please refer back to lesson number 2. Let's now take a brief look at how to use a modern Arabic to English dictionary. The dictionary that I've chosen to use in this example is called Al-Mawrid, and it's a fairly famous modern Arabic to English dictionary. When searching for a word in an Arabic dictionary, it is similar to searching for a word in an English dictionary, in that you search for the first letter of the word first, and then the following letter, until you locate the word you're looking for. In the right hand column, you can see the letters, the huruf, that can be found in the dictionary. But let's search for the word kharaja. We first begin with the first letter of the verb, which is al-kha. Once we have found this page, we then begin searching for the next letter, which is ar-ra. As you can see here, we've now located the first two letters of the verb, the letter kha and the letter ra. Finally, we need to locate the letter jim. And as you can see, we have found the verb kharaja. Now it's important to know that when you locate verbs in this dictionary, you will find that they translate the verb in English with the word to and the verb in the present. For example, kharaja has been translated as to go out, or to exit, or to leave. So when you apply the verb in a sentence, you must remember to translate it so it coincides with the singular, masculine, third person. So we say, he went out, or he exited, or he left. The Arabic words directly to the left-hand side of the word you're searching for are known as muradifat, which means synonyms. And these are simply words, and in some cases expressions, that have the same or almost the same meaning as the word you're searching for. You can use the same method that we use to search for the verb kharaja to find any other root word in the Arabic language. In today's lesson, we've looked at number 1, a brief introduction to past tense verbs, and number 2, we've briefly looked at how to use a modern Arabic to English dictionary.